Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me as part of this bedtime series. And I'm going to take the opportunity to think about how you can develop a sleep hygiene routine, which will help you to prepare the body by giving all the cues it needs for bedtime, so that your body is already beginning to psychologically and energetically prepare for sleep. And you do that by building up a routine in much the same way that we often develop a routine for our children, because the routine gives the brain markers or cues that it's time to slow down. So thinking about what you might want to use for your sleep routine. So I'll talk you through, I often experience insomnia, and I'm also a light sleeper. So I can, it takes me a long time to fall asleep. And when I do fall asleep, I'm very much a light sleeper. And then I wake up in the middle of the night, and then I might be awake for quite a few hours before I can fall asleep again. So when I wake up the next day, I'm often feeling really exhausted, really grumpy, and demotivated. And then when that happens a couple of nights in a row, it becomes really difficult for me. And I've chosen not to take pharmaceutical solutions. That's my choice. But what I have done is I take alternatives. So I've created a sleep hygiene routine. I've sought out advice. So the first thing that I will often do is try and switch off from technology. That is really hard to do, and I accept that. So if you are using technology late at night, perhaps turn the blue light off, or kind of minimize or kind of maximize the time between when you last look at your phone, for example, and before you get into bed, or have a routine after you've looked at your phone before you fall asleep that will help you separate out and kind of just slow the brain waves down after scrolling through your phone, for example. So obviously we'll all brush our teeth. So we'll make sure, so actually before that, I'll make sure I don't eat too late at night, so that my system, I'm not going to bed with the heaviness of a meal. So I'll usually have my meal no later than 8 o'clock, and normally around 7 o'clock if I can. It's not always possible. And then if I have to have a later meal, I'll have a lighter meal, and then have a big breakfast the next day. Obviously brushing your teeth, washing your face, and doing that routine. And then when I come to the bedroom, I'll have all the lights down, so you can see I have lots of candles, and I also have lamps. So I'll turn the light down in my bedroom. I won't put the overhead light on. So that's another thing. Dim the lighting in your bedroom. And I'll practice yoga on my bed. So I'll do a couple of yoga poses, not many, because I practice yoga as part of my daily routine anyway, but I'll do a couple of yoga poses on my bed. I'll use oils, lavender oils. I have oils you can buy in little bottles from anywhere, essential oils. So usually use lavender. So I will rub that on my wrists, might rub it behind my ears, and here at the base of my throat. So I can almost, I associate a smell with sleep, because our senses are often a way that we begin to slow down. So I'll have a essential oil I'll rub on my pulse points. I will also have what I call a pillow mist, or sort of mist for the air. So I might spray my pillow, spray around me. Again, that's another scent. So again, I'll be using mostly lavender. And I also do this thing. This is from the hop farms in Kent. So I'll get some balm, which I'll rub on the soles of my feet. So this will give me a good chance to massage my feet. So, and I'll rub this on my feet, give myself a little foot massage. But it also helps to, our feet tend to get quite dry and hard. So foot massage, the toes, soles of our feet. And I might rotate my ankles one way, then the other way. Stretch out my legs, flex my toes, spread out my toes. So really paying attention to my feet here. My feet are clean. So I do advise you to have clean feet if you're going to massage your feet. So yeah, my ankles and a little bit of self-care. So that's part of my foot care. So there we go. So I'm just going to get my hands because I'm going to show you something else. So I might not always do my hands and feet. I might do one or the other, and sometimes I might do both. I'm just wiping my hands, but I'm going to use something else for my hands. So that's my feet. And then I'm going to give myself a hand massage. So I'll rotate my wrists one way. So folding your fingers, rotate them one way, then the other way. Reach out, flex your hands so your fingers are pointing up. Reach down so they're pointing down. You might use your hands against one or the other. Flicking out your fingers, wriggling your fingers. So there you go, that's for my hands. And again, I might use, might give myself a hand massage. So I might use another oil here. So just a tiny bit of drop of oil. And I like to use a really moisturizing oil for this. And then rub the oil. I'm going to have a little bit more because I'm greedy. So you might think this is all a lot of pampering. What it's doing is it's helping your body to realize that, okay, my body is not naturally going into relaxation. Perhaps I've had a really stressful day. It's been really tense today, a lot of stresses, anxieties, and worries. And I'm finding it hard to let go, and I'm having repetitive thoughts. So what I'm doing by pressing on parts of my body is I'm distracting the mind. I'm telling the mind that, okay, I'm having all these thoughts about my day, reliving my day, but I just want to distract my body. So when you're pressing and rubbing a part of your body, the nerve sensations are sending messages to your brain. It's very hard for the brain to do two things at once. So when you do a hand massage, starting from the middle, and you might do circular motions and then pulling up towards the fingertips, each one in order. Really take your time here. It's almost as if you're washing your hands. You don't have to have any techniques. So there you go. So we've done our feet, we've done our hands. Now another thing that you might want to do is your shoulders and your neck. So this is where we hold a lot of tension here. So I invite you to turn your head over to the left. Inhale to center. Head over to the right. Inhale to center. Let's drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Perhaps you take your left hand to the right ear. Another thing that helps is if you pull out your right arm. It gets a little bit of weight here. And then inhale to center. Let's drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. And again, your right hand can come to the left ear. Making sure that it's helping. So you might want to angle that right hand back to center. Rotate your shoulders back. Rotate them forward. Turn to look to the right. So left hand on right knee. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale to center. Look over to the left. Inhale to center. Take a moment here. Lift your gaze. So lift your chin. Fold your chin in towards your throat, your neck, so that the back of your neck is long here. Your chin is tucked in towards your throat. Inhale back to center. Again, you might look to the left and look to the right. One last rotation of the shoulders. And what we can do is a seated cat-cow. So I'll just show you how that works. I tend to sideways, hands on knees. Inhale from the base of your spine, push your abdomen forward, open your heart, draw your shoulder blades together, lift your gaze. As you exhale, round through your spine. Inhale to push your spine, heart forward, lift your gaze. Exhale to round. It's called seated cat-cow. So that might feel sufficient for you. And the other things that you obviously can be really helpful is having an eye pillow or an eye mask. You can see because I have such terrible insomnia over years, I've really developed a lot of routines. I have lavender seeds next to my bed. And this really helps me to associate my bed with sleep. And this can help. So if you do, like me, wake up in the middle of the night, it's really helpful to repeat your sleep routine so that rather than lying there getting frustrated that you aren't able to sleep, taking that time for some more self-care can help to bring the body back into relaxation. Because the moment you wake up, you'll start getting stressed again, your cortisol will kick in. So we want to bring that back right now. And I'm just wondering if there's anything else. I often have a little book. This is my little book of calm, where I might read some poetry. And it also has little tips in it. Obviously my essential oils, a range of oils that you can breathe in candles. So I can have candles. And that's my sleep routine. I'm going to do another video on breathing that will help, and yoga nidra. So thank you very much. Do check out the other videos in this bedtime series.